Hello and welcome back to the Pocket English Podcast. I am so happy you are here with us today. Whether you are on your way to work, taking a coffee break, or just relaxing at home, we are glad you pressed play. Today, we are going to talk about something we all do every single day. We are going to talk about mornings. But wait, do not worry. This is not a boring lesson where we just say, I wake up at 7 o'clock.
Exactly. In English textbooks, mornings always sound perfect. The characters always say, I wake up, I wash my face, I eat breakfast, I go to work. It sounds so simple. It sounds like a robot. But let's be honest, real life is not like a textbook. Real life is messy.
That is so true. In real life, we are tired, we are in a hurry, we spill our coffee, we cannot find our keys. So today, we are going to learn the English you need for a real morning. We are going to move from beginner phrases to natural phrases that native speakers actually use.
By the end of this episode, you will be able to describe your busy morning routine using natural phrasal verbs and expressions. You won't sound like a student reading a book. You will sound like a real person living a real life. Before we jump into the vocabulary, if you want to keep improving your English every week with short, friendly lessons, make sure you subscribe to our channel right now. It is the best way to get these pocket-sized lessons delivered straight to you.
Okay, let's start at the very beginning of the day. The textbook says, I wake up. But sometimes the alarm clock makes noise and we do not hear it. We stay asleep. What do we call that?
We call that sleeping through the alarm. To sleep through something means you do not wake up. The noise happens, but you keep sleeping. This is a very common problem for me on Mondays. I set my alarm for 6, but I sleep through it.
That is a great phrase. I slept through my alarm. But imagine you do hear the alarm. It is loud, beep, beep, but you are not ready to get up. You want 5 more minutes, so you press the button on your clock or your phone to stop the noise for a short time. In English, we say you hit snooze.
I love to hit snooze. Snooze is that button that pauses the alarm. When we say hit, we just mean press, but hit sounds more active. I hit snooze 3 times this morning. It is a very useful phrase because almost everyone does it. You do not just wake up immediately. You hit snooze.
So you sleep through the alarm or you hit snooze. Finally, you have to get out of bed. The basic verb is get up. But what if you are really, really tired? What if your body feels heavy and you don't want to move? We have a very descriptive phrase for this. We say, I dragged myself out of bed.
I love that image. To drag means to pull something heavy along the ground. So when you say, I dragged myself out of bed, you are saying that your body felt heavy. It was difficult. You had to force yourself to move. This is much more natural than saying, I was tired, so I got up slowly. Instead, you say, I dragged myself out of bed.
Exactly. It paints a picture. So you are out of bed. Now you are running late because you hit snooze too many times. You go to the kitchen. The textbook says, I eat breakfast. But if you only have 5 minutes, you don't sit down and eat a full meal. You might just take something quickly. We say, I grabbed a coffee.
To grab means to take something quickly with your hand. You can grab a coffee, you can grab an apple, you can even grab a quick bite to eat. It implies speed. You are not relaxing at a table, you are moving. You grab your coffee and you go.
And if you have a little bit more time, maybe 10 minutes, you might cook something very fast. We use the phrasal verb whip up. To whip up means to cook or prepare food very quickly. For example, I whipped up some eggs, or I whipped up a sandwich.
That is a great one. Whip up implies you're doing it fast and maybe without a plan. You're just making it happen. So compare these 2 mornings. Morning A, I cook eggs. Morning B, I whip up some eggs. Morning B sounds much more energetic and busy. It sounds like real life.
Okay, so we have eaten or we have grabbed a coffee. Now it is time to leave the house. If you are late, you don't just walk out the door. You rush out the door. To rush means to hurry. You are moving fast because you have no time.
I often rush out the door, and usually when I rush out the door, I forget something. I forget my keys or I forget my lunch. It is a chaotic moment. So putting it all together, a real morning might look like this. I hit snooze, I dragged myself out of bed, I grabbed a coffee, and I rushed out the door.
That sounds like a perfect summary of a busy morning. Now, let's listen to a short story. We are going to hear a conversation between two friends, Sarah and Mark. Mark is having a bad morning. Listen closely for the phrases we just learned. Sleep through the alarm, drag myself out of bed, whip up, and rush out. Relax and just listen.
Hey Sarah, sorry I am late.
No problem, Mark. You look exhausted. Is everything okay?
It was a nightmare morning. I completely slept through my alarm. I didn't wake up until 8 o'clock.
Oh no, that is terrible.
I know. I had to drag myself out of bed because I went to sleep very late last night. I didn't even have time to shower.
Did you manage to eat breakfast?
Not really. I just whipped up a piece of toast and grabbed a coffee on my way out. I rushed out the door so fast, I think I put my shirt on backwards.
Well, you are here now. Sit down and relax.
Thanks. I definitely need this second coffee.
Did you hear the phrases? Mark had a very stressful morning. He did not have a textbook morning. Let's break it down. First, he said he slept through his alarm. He did not hear it. Then, because he was tired, he had to drag himself out of bed. It was physically difficult for him to stand up.
Then he talked about food. He didn't cook a big meal. He said he whipped up a piece of toast. That means he made it very quickly. And then he grabbed a coffee. Finally, he didn't walk slowly to his car. He said he rushed out the door.
This is how native speakers tell stories. We use these verbs to show emotion and speed. Now, I want you to practice with us. Improving your speaking is about training your muscles, not just your brain. I will say a sentence from the story, and I want you to repeat it exactly as I say it. I will leave a quiet space for you to speak. Are you ready? Let's try the first one.
I slept through my alarm.
Go ahead. Say it out loud. I slept through my alarm.
Great. Now let's try the next one. Listen to the rhythm. I dragged myself out of bed.
Your turn. I dragged myself out of bed.
Good. Feel the heaviness in that sentence. Dragged myself. Okay, one more. This one is about speed. I rushed out the door.
Try it now. I rushed out the door.
Excellent work. Practicing these sentences out loud helps you remember them when you actually need them. Next time you are late, you won't freeze. You will know exactly what to say.
We have one more interesting phrase for you before we finish. Sometimes the morning is just too crazy. You are too late. You cannot cook. You cannot even grab a coffee. We call this skipping breakfast. To skip means to miss something intentionally.
Yes, I skip breakfast when I am really late. Or sometimes I skip my shower if I slept through my alarm. Skipping is a very useful verb for busy routines. It means you delete that part of your routine for the day.
So, let's review our new real-life morning routine vocabulary. We have sleeping through the alarm and hitting snooze. We have dragging yourself out of bed. We have whipping up breakfast or grabbing a coffee. And finally, rushing out the door or skipping breakfast entirely.
Think about your morning today. Did it go perfectly? Or was it a real-life morning? Did you hit snooze? I want you to try a small challenge. Tomorrow morning, narrate your life in your head. When your alarm goes off, say to yourself, I am hitting snooze. Or say, I am dragging myself out of bed.
Connecting the English words to your physical actions is the best way to learn. It makes the language stick in your memory. You are not just studying English, you are living in English.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Pocket English Podcast. We hope you feel a little more ready to talk about your real, messy, busy mornings. Remember, it is okay if your English isn't perfect, and it is okay if your morning isn't perfect either.
If you enjoyed this lesson and want to build your vocabulary with us, please hit the like button and make sure you are subscribed. It helps us create more lessons for you. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.